Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing more Premier Draft Outlaws Thunder Junction. That's what this is called. Not my favorite cards to open here. No really, insane stuff. I mean, Detention Sphere is strong if you, aim it at a mercenary, and it's just, good removal, but you don't want to pick a double-colored card here. I think I'm just going to grab a crab. I love crab. I don't know. Maybe I should take the stinger. I don't know. I just love crabs. You can't stop me. I know blue is not the strongest color in the format, but this is a really good card for just about every blue deck. Maybe not so hot for red-blue, but just try not to play red-blue. Marchesa is a big commitment. But we could try it. I mean, I think it must be better to take Consuming Ashes, right? The 3-color constriction on this is just so tight, it's really good if you are in the Crimes deck. I mean, I guess we can take this and try to push into the Crimes deck, but that's so hard. Whereas just Consuming Ashes is a removal spell, and you're happy to have those. It is 2 pips. I don't know, whatever. This is 2 new pips. Consuming Ashes would have been 2 new pips. I'm choosing to discount the blue pip because I already got a blue pip. So there you go. Ooh. Lila? Oh, well, how about just another Marchesa? Lila is, pretty powerful. And easier to cast than Marchesa. But not as powerful as Marchesa. I mean, yeah, let's just, take 2 of these and try to force things. I'll just grab a Vault Plunderer, I guess. I mean, Seize the Secrets is pretty cool if you're committing crimes, I guess. But I just Vault Plunderer is a good creature. Essence Capture, okay. So blue, I mean, yeah, the crime deck looks open. I'll do it. By the way, this land, pretty sick for the crime deck. But I'll take the Apothecary. And a Raven. Yes, yes. Give it all to me. Hopefully we're just splashing red for Marchesa, but we'll see. What is this? No Humiliates, please. No any of this. Highway Robbery is playable. I'll take a Jailbreak Scheme. It commits a crime. And if you ever get a Lazav, he loves that shit. Well, I don't know. Stay in for now. But as I say, it looks like blue-black is open-ish. And we'll just try to splash in red somehow. Like pylons, I guess. I'm never quite sure whether this is good or bad for fixing. It's sort of both. Wow, Contractor came back. I don't necessarily have anything to sacrifice to it. A creature, so it can sack itself if it wants to. I mean, Boombox is a crime. Ooh, happy to see failed fording. I just want some deserts, though. Ugh. Cruel. Gonna have to pass that Vaultborn Tyrant. No shot I'm playing it. Happy to take a Bloodseeker. What is this? Bloodseeker? Desperate Bloodseeker. I suppose you could take the... No, colorless lands are just crazy. When you're trying to, splash 2 Marchesas, I think. I don't know. I mean, if you get enough multicolored deserts, you can throw in a colorless desert or 2. but it's just easier to not do that. I think you want an Outlaw Stitcher, right? Like, Plan the Heist is good. Failed Forwarding's good. Maybe Rooftop Assassin could wheel, but Outlaw Stitcher is just very powerful. Sphinx is very good. Bandit's Hall might wheel. So, we don't actually have that many ways yet to commit crimes. We have a few, but we're not like drowning in them. I will take the Rooftop Assassin over a Pylon, I think. I think you're supposed to take the fall. It's a very cheap crime that cycles. I could imagine Oasis Gardener being right, but I don't think we need to push that hard for fixing. It's just 2 Marchesas, right? It's not like some huge splash. And a Haunting? I don't know. I never know how to feel about that card. I will take another Stitcher. So we're getting some cool, like, I don't know. These are not really themed as part of the crime deck, but they just, like, make stats to help you survive and contest the board. You do need that. You can't just play nothing but bounce spells or whatever. Highway Robbery is like my only plot card at the moment. It is kind of good with the Outlaw Stitchers. Maybe I could keep it in. Oh, this plots. I didn't know that. I mean, I did know that, but it's just like not... Like, I've seen it before. If you had asked me, does this card have plot? I would have said, I don't think so. Like, who plots that? You just cast it, right? Oh. The Arid Archway wield. Well, sure. May or may not run it, but it's nice to have the option. And I just really don't love that 3 mana 1/4 Vigilant Crime Lover guy. I just don't think he's all that good. Failed Forwarding. Do we already have one of those? We do. Okay. See, and we get one anyway, whether I want it or not. Great. Huh. I mean, we really... Okay, that's not such a bad card. Really, like, the only bombs we have are the Marchesa. It's not clear, like, how we're going to win games. I don't have a huge synergy package for crimes. I have a lot of stuff that likes committing crimes, I guess. Maybe what I need is a Skullduggery. This is a crime, but, like, it's so hard to make it work somehow. It seems like it should be great. 5 mana, draw 2, and win a combat while committing a crime, but it never seems to work out that way. What about just fake your own death, actually? I don't know. How am I doing for creatures? A decent number. I think Skullduggery ought to be fine. Not going to need that card. Detention Sphere. Okay. The perfect card. A blue-black crime land. I have to have it. We might wheel a counterspell. But this is like... You know, where is it? It wouldn't be my, like, #1 choice for cards to open, but #1 common, probably. Slickshot Lockpicker. Very good. Gotta be better. Oh, jeez, really? Okay, maybe I'll get the land back somehow, or a Repulse or something. There's a lot of good stuff in that pack. Finally, my Lazov has arrived. Shipment was delayed. But I knew he was coming. There are people who say you should run Tomb Trawler in a deck like where you're super control-y, and I don't think that's me, but I don't know. Blue-white land is not really anything. Slick Sequence? No, Raven. I just want every card that says crime on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm balancing wrong. What I need is more crimes, and I should have, like... There's a Take the Fall in that pack, right? I think I have okay numbers of crimes, right, with failed forwarding and stuff. The Strix is okay just for card selection. I don't think I need a second Archway. I don't really want one of these guys. I don't think I'm killing stuff on my turn very often. So just take a 1-mana flyer that commits a crime. Helps Outlaw Stitcher. I don't know. Really? 5? There's all these packs left? Yes, I want the red-black land. Not even missing out on anything here. I'll be interested to see how well these Emergent Hauntings do. I think they should be pretty good because I don't have a lot of stuff that I want to cast from my hand on turn 3. Most of it I can just plot if I want. Do I already have a Fake Your Own Death? I don't. Do I want one? I mean, I guess it would be okay. Do I need this, you know, nominal beater? I don't know, not really. How many cards are there named Slickshot, by the way? I know of 3. Counterspell is fine. These 2, and then also the red one. Wow, Rattleback Apothecary. The red 2-mana flyer with haste. Lively Dirge. That's another way to get Marchesa into play. Or Lazav. I love it. So we don't want Boombox or Highway Robbery, I'm pretty sure. We're going to keep the splashing to a minimum. 2 mountains seems a bit much. I don't know. I guess I only have 1 Jagged Barrens, and the Oasis Gardener, I mean, is sort of a red source, but Arena doesn't know about that, so it's, you know, and the Arid Archway is tough. I don't know. How am I for sources of my main colors? 7 blue sources, plus the pylons, which is not very good at it. 7 black sources. Yeah, we just can't run the pylons or the archway, I think. Now we're at least at 8 and 8. Plus this. I think that ought to be enough. So these 2 drops, I absolutely want to keep all of them. This 3 slot is completely out of control. Let's get rid of a Vault Plunderer, a Contractor. I think Skullduggery's not looking so hot. It is a crime. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Fake Your Own Death is all that great. Like, bringing back Lazav or Marchesa is fine, but it's not, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it gets me very excited. Cut a Vault Buster. Maybe I can get away with not having the Oasis Gardener, but like, it's fixing and ramp and life gain. Ugh. I really don't have much removal. This has to be pretty tempo-y, doesn't it? Just bounce their stuff. and smash in with like pings from the birds and Rattleback Apothecary. Like, if there's a card that doesn't fit in this deck, it's Outlaw Stitcher. But it's such a good card. I don't want to cut it. I have some bad cards that fit in the deck. Like, I don't know. I don't think Strix is all that good. Yes, it commits a crime, but it's best on turn 1, and at that point you don't care about crimes that much. And are you really going to have the mana to do the filtering stuff with it? I don't know. Oh, I can't figure it out. The Emergent Hauntings, I mean, I don't know. I think a 3/3 flyer is really cool for 2. Obviously, it's work. You have to go through some hoops to get it. But, like, what do I want to do on 3? I guess I have a lot of creatures I want to play on 3, don't I? Like, the only 3-mana play I have that I can trigger Haunting with is Lockpicker. I can plot this, which would be a lovely thing to do. Haunting, plot, animating, but it's not always going to work out that way. Let's just get rid of both Hauntings. Let's say that although this is a control-ish deck, I mean, it certainly control is how you would describe it, it's not one where I can just always skip turn 3 and hope to cast some useful instant. I don't have that many. I mean, I guess, okay. We could say, like, look, Jailbreak Scheme, that costs 3. Interference costs 2. Right? But, I don't know. I think I need to be able to actually play my turn 3, so I'm cutting the Hauntings. Because I've got stuff like Marchesa and Lazav on turn 3. There's so many things that I want to do on turn 3. I've got Rattleback Apothecary. I think the Hauntings are a mistake, so they're out. Romulus. As in the founding of Rome? Yeah, see, look at this, Marchesa. I think I can hold the crime land here, right? For the Marchesa. Like, play tap land, untapped, 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 and then play a tap land on 4, triggering Marchesa. Let's... I can't even play Marchesa. What am I doing? Well, I can play Oasis Gardener on 3, then Marchesa tap land, I guess? That works. And I'll have the 1. Because I have 4 total mana, so even though I'm playing a tap land, I'll still have 1 left. I don't know, this is like the greediest thing you could do, but here I am doing it. Put in hand... I think take the fall, right? I don't need an island. That's what I think. So take the fall, shrink something. This tops it. Okay. Wow, nice. Well, you know, I got my value out of Marchesa. She drew a card. What more can you ask for? Okay, they're not killing this. The ward 2 means it would be pretty hard to do so. But they're going to attack for 5 minutes, I assume. What was that? Red-white duel. Interesting. I think I want to play Rattleback Apothecary and then use Take the Fall. That makes sense, right? Don't do it. Whatever you're thinking of. It's not allowed. Oh, plotting this guy? Yeah, okay. Very funny. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I was thinking I should have taken the fall while that was still alive so I could give this lifelink, but it doesn't matter because it won't be getting to block. So I could take the fall here to reduce the damage that I'm taking, but I like the idea of take the fall and Rooftop Assassin to get an extra blocker. And I can just like put this back in their hand, which would be kind of funny. I assume I want a Lively Dirge. I'm not sure on the details, but it's got to be good. Bottom. Okay. So that's that menace taken care of. Yeah, I might get punished for being too precious with Take the Fall. I've had numerous chances to cycle it here. And one even to gain 4 life while cycling it. I just have dreams of bigger things, you know? They tapped something and then changed their mind. Okay. I thought I was expecting a combat trick, but I guess what they have is explosive derailment. Ah, I see. Similar. Well, the counter here mattered. It meant they had to throw away their 2/2 to get this to work. That's good to know. I can get back, I don't know. I don't have any 1-drops in the deck. I cut the only one I had, so... I'm a little short of mana, aren't I? I want to spend 4 and 4, but I can't do that on this and, like, I don't know. What if I just bring back a Rattleback Apothecary and use Take the Fall to protect it and gain some life? That seems okay, right? Anything else I'm dying to return here? Like a Lazov would be okay. I guess I could get an Outlaw Stitcher. Well, that's a thought. If I cast it for full value and make a 4/4, I don't know. That doesn't seem all that good. Yeah, like that, please. I mean, Marchesa draws cards, and a 3/4 is big enough. I should be taking the Marchesa, clearly. Because I can take the fall on this, and it doesn't gain life like Apothecary might have if I'd been very lucky. But the card draw is valuable. And it's big enough to block. Bucolic Ranch. We haven't seen any mounts from... Oh, no, we saw that one. The Drover Grizzly. That's true. Draw 2 cards from this. I still think the Apothecary plus this plan is great. Or Assassin, but actually Apothecary too. Sure. Oh, they hit. A Hippogriff? What the hell? That's a real problem. Gonna make it a 4/3 presumably and swing in. This creature, please. Lifelink. I'll pay the 1. Okay. Raven combines with this to actually kill the Hippogriff, which I think is what I have to do. I was like, why did I draw a card there? It's because I cast a spell that says draw a card. It was just so long ago I had forgotten the details. Nice card. Gonna gain a bunch of life. I don't like it. No mercenary pump, really? If you say so. I mean, I'm losing. I'm behind this game. I haven't, like, lost yet or anything, but... things aren't looking good, so I'll take those small mistakes. Just want to cast this before it gets to main phase in case, I don't know. I've regretted that in the past. I don't know. You get lifelink. Neither of these do very much. I guess I need an Outlaw Stitcher token. And hopefully I can draw another spell so that it gets a bit bigger than that. Not in danger of milling out yet. Good. This is even a crime, so I can give the flyer Menace. Don't play the land yet. Maybe I can even get a third spell off of the Marchesa draw? Desert Stew is beautiful, I think. Don't need the Menace anymore, it turns out. Oh well. I don't think I want a crab. I do want a Desert Stew. Give the Apothecary Menace? Am I okay attacking with it? I think so. They don't really have any attacks I care about. This triggers every time? Shouldn't have played the mountain then, I guess. I don't have enough mana! I thought I could cast this still. I got so excited. I just have so much mana. I could cast it, but then I was like, oh, I get to draw a card? Whoops. Probably shouldn't have done that. Because now I don't get the easy 6/6 here. And like, was drawing this really worth it? No. I now no longer think I'm behind this game. Like, we definitely could still lose, but things are looking good. They hit again! Bounding Felidar. Unbelievable. Maybe I was wrong to attack with the Apothecary, because the life gain and menace was kind of important. Like, what if they got down another reach creature here? What was I doing then? 10 cards. I think that's still okay. Really? I guess they want to draw. This attack seems crazy. Ooh, throw from the saddle is crazy good. I will still pay the 1 here. Fine. I think we're going to stop paying the 1 right about now, because I do need a few turns to kill them. Well, no, I don't. I'm attacking for 5. I'm developing a bunch of huge shit. Ah, I need to save this for when they try to throw something from the saddle, so I can't actually cast it now. I've already cast 1 spell this turn, right? Yeah, so... What was it? Wait, maybe I haven't? What am I missing? Why is all my land tapped? Oh, I cast this. I played this and paid 1. Got it. So I haven't cast anything this turn. I think I'm just fine with this being a dork. Like, I don't need it to be any bigger. You could try plotting it and then, like, next turn play it and it would be bigger, but it's big enough. Saddle 2. Yeah, you can saddle with Magda if you want. That would seem dangerous, of course. 7 cards. Yeah, maybe that Tomb Trawler, huh? It's got me thinking, all right. That maybe I should be playing a way to get cards back into my deck. That resolves. Oh, I'll pay one more time. What's the worst that could happen? Another failed forwarding's pretty funny. Yeah. That should be enough tempo to be able to just attack in with everything. No more, though. I can discard a swamp. Maybe I could even have paid for the Marchesa trigger, but it just like feels a little dangerous. Down here at 3 cards left. That would be like, I have to win next turn or a game over. Well, no, because there were 4 cards at the time. I would have had 2 turns. You can't keep the Magda. If they just block the 1/1, they take 7 damage. Or the 1/4, they take 7 damage. So they do have to lose the Magda here. In which case you might as well. Well, I don't know. Killing the 2/2 could be worth something, I guess. There is a double white board clear, but there's no way they're running it. Oh, it's triple white, actually. So this plus the treasure is still not enough. All right. A successful outing, captained by Marchesa. Really, this was all her. I should check my dailies, by the way. What are we supposed to be doing today? Black spells, blue spells. Fine. And they did kill Marchesa once. But we had Dirge to get her back. Pedro the Lion. Looks great. I don't imagine we're Essence capturing. Phantom Interference would be a more plausible counterspell here. Yeah, that's fine. This way we save Essence Capture for when we actually have a creature. I don't know. Maybe that's greedy. Yeah, because here I don't have the triple blue to be able to hold it up even if I wanted to. right? Because like crab plus essence capture would be kind of funny. But, oh, if I play this... I was thinking that, oh, wouldn't that be cool? This would come in as a 4/4. But if I do that, then I'm missing out on the flashback effect, aren't I? So I guess I'll just skip the Outlaw Stitcher and flash this back for 4 instead? Just gonna throw it away, huh? Interesting. Missing their blue source, it looks like. Maybe not. Okay, well, let's get aggro. Fine. I'm actually going to plot a Stitcher here. It's greedy. But he can make such a big zombie. Hopefully I won't regret not holding up a counterspell. I do have a desert, so we'll be surveilling with this if we cast it. Which I guess we won't be. Oh, I can't actually... I was going to give this a counter, but I can't afford that. It's so expensive. I'll just bounce this, or make them probably bottom it. They appear to need the mana, especially for their blue source, I assume. But also just for like total number of lands. Yep, bottom. Okay. I expected murder, but terminal agony, that works. Casting nothing here for the crab trigger. And I can't actually pump an attack with the crab because I need double blue for counterspell. Really? I was hoping to discard the gardener. I don't think we need... Well... I can always hope to draw another red source, I guess. So rather than discarding Marchesa, I'll discard the gardener. I don't know if I've ever flashed back Phantom Interference or seen it done. I'm sure people have done it. It's not like a genius play that you have to be a Pro Tour player to make or anything, but it's just not on the list of things you usually want to flash back. You rarely even cast it for the 2/2 mode. All right, what's it going to be? Lively Dirge. Okay. Yeah, I can't counter that. Turns out Essence Capture earlier probably would have been better. There have been multiple opportunities where I said, gosh, this Essence Capture sure is awkward. But we can put it back in their hand and then Essence Capture it when they play it again. Assuming that's what they do. They could just put down like 2 medium creatures. That seems like a reasonable thing to do here. Usually you want to use Lively Dirge to grab your 4-mana bomb. Looks like they're going to grab Magda and a Stinger. Okay. That's cute. I don't want them getting treasures, I think. On the other hand, I can just attack into Magda with the crab if I want. And they can't block it. And they'll have something nasty to tutor for, I bet. Let's return this one. No, Magda's better. Raven's nice. Yeah, I'll take that. Now I can counter Magda and put a counter. Same word, different meaning. Counter and counter. Ooh, okay. I guess I'll counter this. I mean, I guess I don't care about it. Yeah, I care about Magda. Could put a counter here. Does that make any sense? Not really. So swing for 4 in the air. If I attack with the crab as well, they have to block it? Do I want that? I imagine they would block with the Stinger, and then it's just a trade that doesn't benefit me at all. Let's not do that. I'll put a stop in my end, by the way. In case crab draws me something I want to do before I pass turn. Well, they're dead next turn. I don't know. Maybe I should have put the counter here so that I wouldn't have so much concentrated value in one place. But the Raven... Nice. Good game. The Raven is also a source of value because it's making... It's like pinging them, right? So I don't know. If I have a Raven with 2 power and this guy with 2 power, it's very clear which... If they, like, suppose they drew a lightning bolt. You know, whatever. Some removal spell. Deserts do. If this were a 2-3 and this were a 2-2, they would have an obviously correct choice. This would be the better one to kill. If this is a 1-2 and this is a 3-3, I mean, it's better to kill this one, but not by so much, I think. Because I can still get in for, like, 3. Two. Wait, no. Yeah. I can get in for 2 with, like, the Raven and a Crime or something of that sort, right? I don't know. Obviously, I think it would be wrong. I think it would definitely be wrong to put another counter on it, have, like, a 4-4 and a 1-2. But going to a 3-3 and a 1-2, it seems reasonable enough. There is, like, the thing that, okay, removal spells are better against tokens. So, I don't know. There's a lot of considerations there, and I don't know what the right things... you know, what... what consideration should be foremost there, I guess. And in the end, Essence Capture turned out to be fine to have kept, right? Because the counter was nice, and also, wow, what the hell? This is insane. Although I can't cast Marchesa, I do have red, but I don't have a black. We'll figure it out. I mean, obviously I do have a black, but I don't have both black and red. I have black and I have red, but I don't have black and red. Who do I... Who do I mill here? Usually it should be yourself, unless you have a crime payoff, which I don't. We have 2 Marchesas, though, to really dig through the deck? I think it still has to be me. Like, the fact that, like, 10 turns from now, I might be unable to pay for a Marchesa trigger because it would mill me too much is, like, not as big a concern as the fact that I might give my opponent access to something powerful in their graveyard. Oh, they're just plotting. Oh. Okay, that's a big plot. Hey! Okay. It's Marchesa. Throw from the saddle is gross, but there's not much I can do about it. Yikes! Also quite gross. No attack, though, huh? What are we doing here? I could, like, make them top the 6/5. That doesn't exactly resolve any problems, and it might make them worse if they can draw a desert and get flash. I think... And, like, I could, like, play out the Apothecary as a Death Toucher. Or I could just wait and hope that Desert Stew's -3/-3 is a good enough combat trick. On the board, it works, right? This becomes a 3/2, and Marchesa trades into it, but I think just developing a Death Toucher is safer, because they're going to have some kind of trick. Although, I guess if they had one, they probably would have attacked with the Airings, right? I'm not sure playing the Rattleworm... I don't know. Maybe they just really wanted to get out the Rattleworm, and they do have a trick. Hard to say. Ugh. Okay, Desert Stew still works on the Airings. I can still Death Touch block the big Trampler. I mean, this is bad, though. Well, you know, I have another Marchesa in hand anyway. Let's do this to get the Airings off the board and gain some life. They could choose to kill this instead and I don't gain life, I suppose. Seems like a weird play, though. So this just ramps for... Yeah, okay. I mean... I'd like to play Marchesa before Desert's doing this. But I'd also like to do something this turn. So I think it has to just be Desert's do while they're tapped out. Hold up a counterspell. It looks like they're not far from being out of gas. Rude. Could I be so bold as to plot the Stitcher here? If I do that, I'm basically never getting my 2/2 my counterspell to go off. But like, what am I countering anyway? It's probably not going off anyway. I mean, whatever this is, it's a spell that costs more than 2, I guess. But they're gonna activate this and have 6 lands. Like, it's just gonna be so hard to get it to do anything. Whereas if I run this, if I plot this, I can, like, get a pretty big creature, and I think that matters. It's greedy. But, you know, I can play... If I draw a land, I can, like, Marchesa, bounce, or top something. Tuck, I guess, is the word. And, oh, I could have countered it! Okay, that's really bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. I don't know that I can come back from that. Yeah, very funny. 2 blue sources. Rude. Well, okay. I guess I'm just making a 4/4. I'm going to have to play this, and I don't have enough... Right, I can counter it with this. That was the point. And this 4/4 is big enough to block the Airings. So this is still a problem. But I'm down to just like one problem, I think. Hopefully. And it's a big one. It's attacking for 3 every turn. What do I even have that kills this? Like nothing? I had a Desert Stew, but I don't anymore. Lockpicker into Desert Stew, but I don't have enough deserts. Yeah, I mean, it just... There's nothing that kills this. If I hadn't plotted this, and I'd been able to counter the Shepherd of the Clouds the first time, I don't know. I still can't deal with this. But they'd only have 1 mount. It wouldn't be getting that big. And I'd still have my bounce and my essence, or my phantom interference. Do I still have bounces left in the deck? I have a failed fording. But there's no counterspell left after I bounce it, is the problem. Okay, that'll do it. Cast a spell, let me counter it? I've been kind of constrained by blue mana these games. Why am I still here? They're obviously going to attack. Maybe the mana base should have more blue than black? Let's double check that setup. I have a few more blue spells than black spells. But I have quite a few more double blue. Maybe I could just cut a mountain? We haven't had much trouble casting Marchesa when we've wanted to so far. But I think 3 is a pretty reasonable number. Even with Oasis Gardener, going down to 2 is pretty greedy with 2 of these guys. So if I cut a swamp, I'm down to 7 swamps and 9 islands. I don't know. That seems pretty bold too. It's just like it's hard to run the Marchesa basically. And I'm feeling that pressure not as being unable to cast Marchesa, but as being unable to cast blue spells. Or enough blue spells. Great. Oh no, more green-white, not great. But I have a pretty good set of tools to deal with this. I don't want to let them scry. Also, I don't have an outlaw, so take the fall wouldn't work to beat this. But I don't want to spend Desert Stew on just this tiny little idiot. Or Jailbreak Scheme. Really? I mean, I think I'm just supposed to attack and play the Gardener. So that I can, like, spree these cards as multi-modes or something. Yikes. That's a problem. Scarecrow is an actual type. There's so many wacky types in Magic. Can't just be a construct, but fine. So I have access to 5 mana. 0 deserts. If I bounce this, they won't even be unhappy, I don't think. Or if I tuck it. Like, it'll annoy them, but not really doing that much. They just get the scry again, but I don't know. I have to do something. Actually, yeah, I'll kill this after they've saddled, but before they've attacked, rather than doing it in their upkeep. I want to do it on this turn so that it, like, is a crime, a new crime for the Raven. But ideally, I would like do it before they can draw Snakeskin Veil. I don't know. 0 top, 2 bottom. But I want to give them a chance to tap Fortune so I can get in with the 2/2 basically. It's not looking so hot out here. I'm probably supposed to cycle take the fall, actually. I need to do more than just nothing this turn. So I shouldn't have played the swamp. What if I draw Essence Capture, right? Okay, very funny. Oh my god! They're gonna get to mill and scry so much. What? What? Oh, they missed on lands. Okay. They missed again. I mean, it's not necessarily bad. The treasures are nice. Right? It means they can do something else this turn with all this treasure if they want. Okay, it's another crime. Still far behind, I think. But if I can draw a couple of good spells in a row, after, like, all of this missing I've been doing. And it turns out I could have waited to take the fall. Could have done it during attacks to save myself 2 damage as well. Or 1, I guess. Because I don't have any outlaws. Yeah, so waiting to do it during combat would have been a maximum gain of 1 life. And the downside of, you know, skipping the chance to play a card on that turn could have been pretty huge. Yeah, very funny. I don't know what on earth I can draw here that's going to do anything. I'm getting horsed to death. Take 11? Okay. Still plenty of cards left, sadly. They're not about to mill out. Topped one. Ordered wrong, by the way? Shouldn't you have used the Naturalist first and then Scryed? I don't know. So, can I attack at all? I don't think so. I have 6 attackers. I can have 4 blockers, which means I'd have to let in 2. Smallest 2 I could find would be a 2. Well, they're going to be... Well, what if they don't saddle, though? A 2 and a 3? Like, if I have to let in even 1 more blocker, I'm dead. So yeah, I can't attack at all. I just have to multi-chump and lose everything. And then the game... Like, if I had Cruel Ultimatum coming up, maybe there'd be some kind of hope. But it's not in the deck, so... Oh, that's nice. Nice. It's a good way for them to get in for lethal. I'm a green deck too, by the way. No, oh, okay, you can saddle that. That's fine. It's still lethal when you do that. Yeah, take 7. But you could have done 8 if you'd saddled this instead of Fortune. Because then there wouldn't be a 3-power creature for me to let through. I'd have to let 2, 2, and 4 in. Okay. We're playing the Crime Land turn 1. We have our crime payoffs. We have no crimes, but I don't know. We can cast our busted 3-drops and make opponents spend their removal on it, maybe? I guess I could have tried playing all 3 of these and then, like, on turn 3, a Gardener. Let's threaten a counterspell here. And like then cast Marchesa with a crime land, like I did in a previous game. Okay, I think I won't counter this. I was saving the counter for when I had Marchesa on the field. Interesting mountains. I don't see this one very often. Okay, I mean, Essence Capture is a play, I guess. We know a creature is coming up next turn, and it's one that I'm reasonably happy to counter. You know, I'm sure there are better things to counter in their deck, but this is one I know I can hit. I don't know. And it denies them a card draw and a creature. Oh, I play a land, by the way? I could have. The greedy play would be to Lazav and hope to Essence Capture something later, get the Lazav trigger. But I think the Marchesa trigger is the important one, and now is the turn that I can definitely do that. Unless they kill her first, which would be sad. But seems unlikely. If their best play last turn was to plot this, they probably can't kill Marchesa. It's not like a 4-mana deal 4 in the format. Okay, that resolves. They discarded a card, right? Yeah, Mountain. They're not doing it. That's interesting. They must have the 5 damage double red removal spell, maybe? So they get to pick which of these to kill. Probably they should choose Marchesa. The good news for me is that I can't currently pay for Marchesa's ability anyway. They're not. Okay, well, I'm going to miss out on the Marchesa ability, but I'm getting a counter on Lazav here. Just weird. I wonder why they didn't do that last turn. Maybe they played a land and then were like, shoot, I shouldn't have played my land. Okay, I'll hold off on the Wolverine. Okay, they have a 5-mana removal spell. So many lands. I should have tapped manually to leave open double blue and threaten the counterspell, I guess. I don't think you're supposed to cut to 16 lands with this deck. You want mana. Just like I've hit so many lands so many times. Ah! They held back the 1/2 so they could double block. They clearly, like, Auto Tapper is holding up double red for them. They clearly have double red deal 5. But why wouldn't they use it on Marchesa, right? You don't want to let me get a Marchesa trigger by committing a crime. I don't know, it's weird. Also, they don't have any 2-mana green spells. Well, I don't know. If they had those, Auto Tapper would have to choose. And who knows how it would choose. Here. Try to get in with this. Clearly I don't need the mana, and this is actually a chance for this creature to do something. Still not doing it. This is so weird. Like, I'm sure they have it. Look how it's tapping every time. I'm actually going to tap blue instead of red here, in case what I draw is another Marchesa. After they kill this one. Okay, I'll take it. It's 6 mana to get this for all modes. No, 5. Which means I could even pay the Marchesa tax. I do need them to cast a spell for this to work. I want the crime. No saddle, no attack? No attack, okay. I'll just keep playing shitty lands. What are you doing? A huge removal spell. I love it. I guess I shouldn't. I should cast this before that ability resolves, even though I can't see how it could matter. A big flyer? I think that's better than Outlaw Stitcher. Well, big. I mean, it's big enough. Oh, they finally got the trick shot. Nice. It's just like, it's embarrassing how many lands I'm getting. This shouldn't be allowed. This only is a sorcery, right? Yeah, so they can't stop this from blocking. We're gonna lose. That is a desert. I guess it has to be. I just thought that was like... I thought that might have been the red-white non-desert, but of course it would be illegal for this to get that anyway. They didn't even saddle. Like, I'm losing to someone who doesn't know how to play this game at all. It must be my fault. My deck must suck ass. But I think the problem is I'm drawing too many lands, and I put the right number in the deck. Okay, that is a card. What could I do with this? Not much. I could Phantom Interference for another flyer, basically. We gonna saddle this time? Also, are they gonna make one of my creatures unable to block? That seems pretty cool to do. No. It was legal, they just didn't do it. There goes my 2/2 lifelinker as well, my assassin. Well, the first two games looked good. But after that, a sadder story. All right, the dessert is due. I am out of here. They could have killed me last turn just by telling me not to block. They could have gotten free draws by saddling. Like, they just did everything wrong. They held on to Trickshot until an opportune moment, apparently. I don't know what that was all about. So this is the card they were holding on to try to kill Marchesa, and it didn't work. They had 2 trick shots. I sort of don't remember them playing both. I guess one of them, they just shot at Lazov with no token target much earlier. Yeah, I guess so. Right, I remember it because it does so much damage. Okay, well, you know, it could have been worse. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.